All right, good morning, beautiful ladies, and welcome to our Sunday, November 8th team hangout. Ooh, ooh. Can you believe it's November 8th already? Wow, crazy. Happy Sunday. Okay, so I'm going to start today with a little bit different than normal. And the reason for that is that I got inspired this past week with, more people. Look at this. I like this. Renata is here. So I got inspired this past week, and it had nothing to do with coaching. It had everything to do with one of the ladies who's actually, she is going to be joining us as a coach. She sent me, or she posted on Instagram, the most adorable video, and I'm going to show it to you, that just like spoke to my soul. And I was like, wait a minute, I know this song. And then I remembered that my friend Natty in the summertime was doing this in her Zumba class. And I'm like, oh, so I got inspired because it made me think of this. And for those of you that didn't get to participate in it, so this was our Energize Chuck thing where we all threw each other our Energize all over the world, right? Angie's was the best, by far the best. Look at her go. Oh, even got a new outfit. Right? I just did a little spin. So, woo! And a shimmy, of course. So I know that many people didn't get to be in this, and we can always revisit and do this again. But what I wanted to do, because there is this, and Renata probably already knows all about this, there is this challenge going around, and maybe Sergeline knows about it too. So I'm going to show you the video that the lady sent to me. And if you already know it, then you can ignore, but here it is. Oh, no. I hit stop share instead of play. Share. And now play. Jerusalema, how is your heart not just like, look at them go. Yeah. Okay, so here's my thoughts this morning. Where did it go? Oops. Now I know most of us don't dance like that, and that's totally fine, right? Like, I think that that's one of the things that I never really understood about North America is why we grow up in a culture where dance isn't like part of our life. And I love that about Zumba. Like I got to go on Friday because we had a day off on Friday. I got to go teach at the high school. So I got to teach grade 10 girls, and just to like see them be free in that moment. Like I was so, I don't even know, like I didn't know how my body worked until I was like started Zumba. And then I'm like, whoa, I can do that. Like my body can do that. That's insane. And I know Zumba is not for everyone. So this is not a Zumba post, but what I wanted to do and what came to mind, and I'm going to teach my whole school the dance, but I'm going to do this version because it's kind of more of a line dance. And I love that they're all carrying food in this one. This one makes me laugh because they're all carrying trays of food. And there's another one that was super easy. Jerusalema, So it's not I'm not playing music I didn't bring you on this morning to just play music all morning. But what I want to do is I want to do it with our team. I'm going to open it up to Empower Squad too, like the whole squad. because I know not everyone's going to be comfortable, and I will make like a tutorial video on how to do it. And it is just the line dance. And then what I'll do is I'll splice them all together using iMovie. My goal is to have it ready by Christmas, because really, realistically, that's how much time I have right now. But I think it would be so cool to put that energy out to the world. We wanted to do a photo shoot on Saturday. Christina had a photographer lined up, and I just was sitting on it all week going, you know, this is not socially responsible of us to get together and take pictures, even if we wear masks and even if we try to social distance. We're not in each other's bubbles. Clarissa, Angie, and I can go take pictures together because we're in each other's bubbles all the time. But beyond that, it's like, it just didn't feel right. Doing something like this for me felt like so right. Like we could easily put that out to the world. And again, I know that's not everyone's jam is dancing, and that's totally fine. But I will make like a little tutorial video and send it to you. Actually, maybe I'll get Sergaline to make it. And she isn't even on, and I just, because she wrote, I do this dance at the supermarket. So that's how I wanted to start today, just on that like positive note and community. And it's actually called the Jerusalema Dance Challenge. So if you go on to like YouTube and look up, there's like a million different dance challenges and of it, and it just is so fun. Like we did it at Zumba in the summertime, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. It was awesome. And I didn't know at the time that that's what it was this Jerusalema Dance Challenge. So just some thoughts this morning to kick things off. Other than that, the floor is yours. I think it's been an awesome, it's been a beautiful week here, and I'm hoping everyone is jumping into the no excuses November, because you will not see prices like this again on challenge packs until there will be one in the spring at some point. I don't know if it's March or April that they do it, but where they do the $20 off. And it was interesting. I was watching Sarah's call the other day, and she was like, the 80-day obsession challenge pack is definitely the best value. And I was like, yeah, loops, slides, all of that. And then the last thing was just about 9-week control freak. I hope you all had a chance to, or you ladies had a chance to watch the Super Saturday yesterday. I really enjoyed how they did it yesterday and broke it into regions. So it wasn't, 20,000 people trying to hop on a maximum capacity 10,000 person Zoom call. So I hope you got a chance to watch it. If there is recordings, I will find it. You know what? I had one more thing I wanted to share. And the reason I wanted to share is because I didn't even know that this existed. So I went into my coach office yesterday. Did I put it on my desktop? Yes. I went into my coach office yesterday, and I was like, what the heck is that? And maybe I can just show you quickly by logging into my coach office, because I literally had no idea that this was already done for us. So I logged in to my coach office. Here, I'll share my screen. And I went to grow my business, and I went to product tools and shareable media. And then I scrolled down, and I think I was looking for, well, now I don't even see it. So I don't even know where I found it. 6 weeks of the work. Huh. Grow my business. I swear it was there. Product. This PDF showed up for me. Let me just move you ladies for a minute. I don't think it was there. The last page. Well, I don't know where it is then, because it was, I swear it was there, but it was this, I will share it with all of you, but this thing showed up. Have you seen this? Sample workouts available on Beachbody on demand. It's already made for us. Look at this. Oh. Start workout, start workout, start workout. And I literally just downloaded this from my coach office yesterday. So you'll have to have a look around where it is. Clean week, mess to mass. Shanti's Bod exclusive, Transform 20. They're all here. So I was like, oh, wow, even MBF and MBFA are here. So 30-day breakaway. So I imagine they will add 9-week control freak on here as well. So right in coach office that you can share the workouts and someone literally just has to push start workout. These ones are all Vimeo links, so they won't have an issue with loading it. Sometimes I get people who, when I send them like the link from Beachbody On Demand, they'll say, oh, it doesn't work. And I'm like, that's because you're using Safari. And Safari never works. So you have to paste it into Google Chrome. So anyway, that's, I just thought it was really cool. And I'll share the PDF in the group after. But so floor is yours, ladies.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how they're releasing the workouts like they did with MBF for the early 2 weeks, December 7th. Will those still be available like they did for MBF, where it goes right into the new workout for like the?
I believe so. I don't think they'll take it away.
Okay.
If you get the release, I don't think they didn't take it away in MBF, so I don't imagine that they will take it away in the 9-week control freak either.
Okay.
So I think they will stay there. And apparently the sample workout for the Tabata workout is already up in Beachbody On Demand.
I didn't know there was a Tabata. Oh, wow.
In the new one. And it's funny because I don't see it on mine. It doesn't even show on my bod. So I don't know how, but this lady in the bod group posted, I did the sample, the Tabata workout from 9-week control freak. And I was like, what? How did you manage that? And she was like, oh, it was in the, it doesn't even show on mine as one of the options. So I don't know how she did it, but she said it was awesome.
Wow.
So maybe on my laptop it would work.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mary Jo, that was in your bod group.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it was part of the.
Well, I don't hear you now. I heard you say.
I think that's in the Teach Beachbody event.
It's in the TBB events page?
Yeah, it says Autumn's 9-week control freak super weekend Tabata cardio workout. It's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But then how would that person who isn't a coach have known that?
Well, isn't it part of Beachbody On Demand?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is it because it's not showing at all on my Beachbody On Demand?
Oh, the Team Beachbody event isn't showing on
Oh, there it is. Okay, I see. TBB events, Megan's. Oh, so this was the one from like last. Oh no, it's here. Yeah, Autumn's 9-week control freak super weekend Tabata 20-minute hit. But I think that was from the one in the summertime then.
Oh, that was June.
Or maybe no, these are November. So okay.
No, Autumn has two. If you keep on strolling down, the other one, it's a 30-minute strength training, and it says 9-week control freak summit workout.
Yeah, so here's that. So the summit one, this one was that would have been from the Super Saturday in the summer that we did at Christina's house.
Right there.
This one. Yeah, and I remember the camera shaking in that one. And then this is the one from this past November one that she did, the 9-week control freaks super weekend Tabata workout. So they are already up then in there, which is awesome. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Who else?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited for it, for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
So question.
Mm-hmm.
So in that package, is that big metal frame going to be coming with that too?
It won't be the big metal frame. It'll be, because the big metal frame represents your door frame. It's an actual like doorway. And so you can set it up, the track up in your doorway. So yeah, so it won't be the frame, but you'll get the actual like track with the band thing that goes up and down when you buy the early release, like the completion kit. So
is a step going to come with that too? Like how much of all that is coming?
I don't think the step is in the package. I think the step is something that you could add on if you wanted to. I got the step when Transform 20 came out, but you can just go to like fitness stores will have them, right? You can get them cheaper than. The issue is the shipping, right? In the US, it's not as bad, but in Canada, it's really like to ship that step is a lot. So
I heard that Canadian Tire has them. They're pretty much exactly the same.
yeah,
Yeah, at Canadian Tire.
there you go. You can go get one. You can go get one there. So yeah, I don't imagine. You know what? There may be like a deluxe kit, like the mega release package that will come with like everything that you need for the program, and then they'll probably have like the base kit, which is just your digital release, and then they'll have the next one up, which will include some of the workouts, and then they'll have maybe 3 or 4 different levels of that you can release it. So I really liked on Sarah's call where she talked about like you picking your own date and reverse planning how you're going to launch it then, because we're not all going to start 9-week Control Freak at the same time. I'm going to finish Ultimate Reset and then I'm going to start Control Freak. I don't think I'm going to wait till January. I think I'm going to do the week before because Monday, the 6th of January, I think it's the 6th that we go back to school. So I would like to have started it the week before New Year's. So it's really up to each person. And then how are you going to talk about it? How are you going to plan out launching it? I'm going to focus on Ultimate Reset coming up here soon. So probably in 10 days from now, I'll be like talking about it a lot because we'll be starting it soon. And then I will, as I'm doing Reset, talk about 9-week Control Freak. So kind of my plans for right now. So who else? Who has questions? Do you want to, Ashley, I saw that you're at work. Do you want to do a quick picture before you have to run? Is that okay? Angie, I know that you might still be in bed. And are you going to come off? Oh, she's like, damn you, Tamara, seriously. Just let me fix my hair. So Angie made us the stuffed tuna peppers last night for dinner from the To Be Mindset menu. Oh my goodness gracious.
Those look really good. Like
They were so good and so simple, like so simple. Okay, smile, beautiful ladies. I love seeing all those smiles. Okay, you can lay back down now and turn your camera off if you want. It's all good. Okay, who else? What sort of questions and things?
I have a question. Does anybody have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Do you use that for your marketing?
No.
And
it is something, okay, so if you follow Angie Belmer,
yeah,
that's definitely how she is being as successful as she is through YouTube. I just really haven't, like, I post our team calls on there. I post, occasionally things on there, but I have not really tapped into YouTube, just more due to lack of time. So I would recommend it. I think video, if you're comfortable with video, it's a really great way to, like, Angie puts the links to her forms right in the description of the video so that when someone watches the video, it just like the form is right there to fill out. People really get to know you through video. So yeah.
And my other question was, does anybody partner with a charity as like the money that you make or whatever, and do you advertise that? Is that kind of like a marketing idea?
I have no idea. Honestly, I've never heard of it. So I don't see why you couldn't by any means. It's totally up to you what you do with that. So
I think people would actually like that.
Yeah.
Because even
It's
when we used to do the fundraisers, people would just come, or maybe not even come, but just send the money because everything for charity. Okay, I'll help.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah. Okay. Something like that. And then my question is, how do you get to Emerald?
You need 2 coaches, one on your last one.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is on the website, the Free to Be Girls website, there is a whole section, the new coach training section, where there's like Emerald, how to get to Emerald, what that looks like.
Okay. I'll go look in it.
There's also some videos where if you haven't seen him, it's Michael, right? Michael Neiman is his name. That
Mhm.
The toys?
he uses the toys to explain volume and how volume then creates team cycle bonuses, and it's super easy and simple. Like he simplifies it a lot, which is awesome, because I know for us in the beginning we're like, what?
Okay, Claudine, I'll help you.
Okay.
After the call, I'll send you some stuff. If you're ready to become memory, I'll give you like the best tips, because we messed up with Tamara's account.
Yeah.
We could be making a lot more team cycle bonus right now, but we had a derail. So I'm going to make sure that you get everything right. If
That's
you're
why-
ready, I'll check.
Clarissa always makes sure that people sign up their coaches properly so that you maximize the bonuses down the road. I had to cancel my coach account and then re-sign up like 2 years in because I was on the wrong side. So we couldn't use my account. It just sat there, because if we put people under me, the volume on that leg went up so much and we could never catch up on the other side. So
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Who else? Questions? Comments? Ideas?
Well,
Now we look forward to it every
a
week.
couple of things.
Okay.
I don't know where everyone is, but in BC, it looks like our gyms have closed again or are closing. And I just got an email from Oxygen Yoga saying they're closed for 2 weeks. So the time is now again to sort of tell people what we have. Like, honestly, I used to teach fitness at Fitness World here in Vancouver. And so I was a huge gym monkey. I never was working out at home. Like, I just didn't even think about doing it. It was boring or whatever. But then out of necessity, when I had my daycare and I couldn't get to a gym, so I would do, this is years ago in the 90s, and I was doing P90X before it became a company or a business for us to do. And I loved it because I could get my workout in while the kids were sleeping. And then, of course, fast forward 10 or 15 years and I became a coach with the same company. And then of course, my mom and dad were ill. And so I couldn't get to a gym then either. So right now is like a key time to get all those sort of, I don't want to say arrogant, but gym people who are typically, no, I can't work out at home. I have to work out at the gym. There's no question that I can't do it at home. It's sort of, once they start doing it and once they see the quality of these workouts, and that's what a lot of your fitness instructor, personal trainer, Zumba instructor people will look for, is the quality. Renata is on here too, but the quality of these workouts is so high and so good and so safe for every human, but they're kind of, right now, some of them are just blind. They only want to do what they know, what they see, so, but because their gyms are closed or some of them are, it's time now maybe to reach out and give them 14 days for free, give them the clean week for free, get them to at least try it before they decide in their head that they can't do it or whatever. So just thought I'd throw that in.
100%. Well, the UK and France are on full lockdown too. So
Yeah,
and
and
people over there that you're talking to, like, the UK is 30 days. They're a month of full lockdown. They can only leave their house for essentials. So, like, I one of the ladies that just signed up with me last month is like, I'm so thankful I already did it, because she's kind of got a little system going already. But yeah, it's crazy. It's scary for sure.
so this video that you're talking about doing, Tamara, too, for everybody on the call, it kind of exemplifies doing things together but apart.
Yeah.
And that's the way we're going to be maybe for
A long
a year. I mean, I don't know. Nobody knows how long this
Yeah.
is going to take. A couple of my family members have now been diagnosed with COVID, not in my house, outside of my house, but very, very close to me. I haven't seen them for 6 or 8 months. So, but they've, you know, it's creeping in to, you know, people are saying it's not a matter of if you're going to get it, it's when. So people need to stay home. They need to stay in their four walls, go to their job, clean their hand. Like, it's a very much a home type of a world right now, which can drive people stir crazy. So what we have to offer can help them to not go stir crazy, because they'll release that energy, they'll release that stress. So somehow all of you, every single person on here has to send that message out and get people to understand it's not a bad thing to go down to your basement or out on your deck or in your living room or in the freaking bathroom or your bedroom or whatever and sweat it out for 20 or 30 minutes, feel amazing, and then head off to your daily activities.
Yeah.
All of you.
Margot, did you see? I'm following your new outfit. Top here, professional, and pajamas on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
That's for you.
That's your Zoom
That
call
was-
outfit. With
That
video
was my Halloween costume, and I did it with a friend of mine who's leaving to go back to Turkey, and she was audio only, so she had her coffee cup and she was pouring wine into it because she was audio only on her Zoom call, and I was video, so I had a nice professional look up here in my pajamas and my slippers at the bottom.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was gonna say that it's interesting, like how you mentioned about being together but apart, because I know for me, like, I struggle every Thursday with teaching Zumba on Zoom. Like every Thursday I'm like, oh, I don't know, Renata, how you're feeling about it, but it's like I miss people so much. And this past week wasn't as bad. And I know that the reason for it was that I had my 5:30 a.m. workout crew all week, where I had four, you know, one day there were 4 of us, the next day there were 6 of us, then there were 5 of us. And I had people on with me every single morning this week. So it was easy to get up. And I just felt like we didn't talk. We only ever talk on Saturdays, because on Saturdays we have a little bit more time. Nobody really said anything. It was like good morning and waved at each other, and that was it. So everyone's on mute, because we know that if you're working out at 5:30 in the morning, you know that you're doing it because you've got to go somewhere after or do something after. And it's not like you have loads of time to chit chat on a weekday, but it helped me so much this week, just with like feeling connected. Right. I think that it's a really crazy time of feeling disconnected. And I watched, or I heard on the radio, really, they were talking to a psychologist or something like that. And she said there's a lot of like, and I would say a lot of in women too, because we're really good at this, guilt right now about the fact that, you know, we may live at home with people we absolutely love, and yet we feel lonely. And then we feel lonely because we feel guilty, because we're like, well, we shouldn't feel lonely. There are people that are actually alone that are lonely. And so we start comparing, well, I shouldn't feel this way because, you know, I have everything I need and I have people in my life. And I think it was a really interesting conversation, because it kind of made me realize how much, like, yeah, that loneliness feeling is there. Missing family, missing friends, missing my Zumba people, missing connecting with people face to face and hugging someone. Like, I get it at home, but not as I would in my regular daily life. So I think acknowledging that was really huge. And so, yeah, that was part of why I wanted to do the video, but also, like, you're always welcome to hop on the 5:30 workouts, even if you're late. Some people trickle in at 5:45, 6 o'clock. I don't care what time you're there. If I have to hang up, I just end the call. But it was really awesome to have that. And if it doesn't work for you that time, then maybe find someone else, like ask in the group, what time do people work out at, and kind of organize working out with a couple of people that it works at your time, right? So because it was really, really, I just felt lighter all week, if that makes sense. So.
And we had the Sarah's call at 4 p.m. so it could be live. So talking to the ladies, and they're having the elections. It was like so awesome. It felt like we're like in a little summit somewhere in the US. The borders were not closed. We're all together.
Yeah, it was really nice to be able to be on live. So, how's everyone else doing? Questions, things they want to go over, troubleshoot, ideas?
Way to go, Tamara, 1-star diamond.
Whoop, whoop.
Yep.
I love how he massacres my name every single time. Tamara
Oh,
Fraser.
yeah.
And I'm like, or Tamara Fraser. Yeah, it's funny how it's so different in the US. Fraser is always said Fraser, and I'm like, when I think Fraser, I think of Fraser like this show that was on TV that was Frazier. Yeah, so it's just so fun. It's so interesting. So yeah, it was nice. I was like, oh look, there's my name.
Oh, and Angie, she went 15 stars. She was recognized now because there was no summit.
Yeah.
To see her like from her little condo 6 years ago, and now she has like a house in Fort Lauderdale, building one in Disney World, and a huge one in Ottawa. Is like, wow, you make us believe that's absolutely possible. And hitting Success Club 248 every month now.
So I feel like what she has done is she took Kelsey Hill and was like, if she can do it, I can do it too.
Yeah, because
right?
remember,
like,
it was kind of like a par.
Yeah.
When Kelsey Hill was hitting 100, and
yeah.
she's like, okay, YouTube channel, that's it.
Yeah. So I feel like that is such good advice for so many of us, is that, like, I was voice messaging a coach yesterday just about how, like, 2 points. One point is she was complaining about her husband not really buying in. And I was like, husbands don't buy in until they see wives succeed. Right. So they're very reluctant. They're protective. They're, all of these things. And so I said, you kind of just have to ignore your husband for now and just do it. But then the other thing is you almost have to have a like, no, fuck you attitude. Sorry if there are kids around, but really, and do that and be like, if you can do it, so can I. Like, you almost have to spin it, not in like a bragging, boastful way, but a like, no, I'm going to show you what I can do. So I haven't heard, but I don't know if she replied. Coda said, did she reply to you?
No, but like thinking about that, Christina, our mentor, Tyson was not on board, and she had to save the money, put it like, and he said, okay, I don't believe in this. You shouldn't be spending this money. And because she was on mat leave. And then he said, if you match whatever it was, like $2,000 or $1,000 a month, because she had like an eyelash business at home too, she could do something with the business, something like that. She could quit her job or something like that. But he didn't believe.
Mm-hmm. It's very common. So that's when we have to find the strength within us. How disciplined are we? How committed are we? And I think that sometimes I get coaches messaging me saying, even clients saying I'm not motivated. And I'm like, motivation means nothing. Like, honestly, it's not a business of motivation. It's a business of discipline. Like, how much will you commit to showing up for yourself, right? Because that's what it is. If you're not going to show up for yourself, you're not going to have a business. It's that simple. We have to make that commitment to our own journey. And I mean, I see all of you on here sharing all the time. Like, your commitment is so strong, so there, right, when it comes to your own wellness journey. So yeah.
And it grows over the years. Like yesterday I was going through my notes and I found our first videos like 1.5 years into it, and then I was sharing my story, you were sharing your story, and it just took me back, like, oh my goodness, I was in such a bad place in my life. I didn't remember that, but I was like, I was gonna either make it or leave Canada because I couldn't afford staying here after the divorce. My savings were all gone. And for me, it was like, okay, I'm going to make this happen. And Neville mentioned that Clarissa was gung-ho since like, where do I sign? because I had no other option. Was either this or go home, go back to Brazil and live with my parents. I love my parents, but seriously, after living on your own for so many years, it's just impossible. I can go, I can stay a little bit with them. We can go to a cruise, no problems. But no, it's just impossible. So it took me back, and it's like, oh my goodness, I'm glad we stuck around. And Tamara, most of the time, she was the one that kind of pushed me, because sometimes I just would like, okay, I need to go to the ship. I need to go do my seasonal job. And now look what happened to the seasonal job. So I'm glad we have Beachbody.
Yeah. Seasonal job.
Yeah, seasonal job is
one season it may be back.
One season, that's right. But now what I make in the ship is like peanuts.
Oh.
I remember like in the beginning of the peanuts, I kind of needed extra, especially in the summertime, because there was like no income from Zumba, right? Because we're like combining both incomes. But now thank God for Beachbody, because over the years that Team Taekwondo Bonus, our team grew, and it just grows. And it's like money when you're sleeping, and it start at $14 when you're Emerald, 1 Team Psycho bonuses.
Yeah. Any other thoughts this morning, ladies?
Just for the new coaches that are on here too, is this type of business is, it's kind of a business, but it's actually a way that we should all be living our lives. So we're just having to, or not having to, we're have a bonus of making an income on the side if we want, but we should be exercising. We should be eating well. Like that's just what we should be doing as a lifestyle. And then if you're able to, and we have such a creative team here with Tamara and Christina, and all of them, everybody posts such amazing, very creative posts, and we can steal those and use them ourselves and make it sound like us. So we really have everything that we need in our little team, or our big team, which will just continue to grow.
Yes,
for sure. And I will always say that about content, like just use it if it's there. And right, like the transformation pictures and what we write, like you never have to ask permission, just take it. It's a business of like making it sound like your own, for sure. Because you don't want, I know like Sergeline and I do not talk the same. We're not going to sound the same in what we write, right? So it's just tweaking it so that it works for you. Even Margot and I aren't going to talk the same. Clarissa and I don't talk the same, and we spend so much time together. So it's just making it sound like you. But it's like what I was taught when I went into education was like, you only have to be one day ahead of someone else and duplicate, right? Don't reinvent the wheel. If it's there for you, just use it.
And we have the chat, like the freshman free to be, like if you have a question and you're new, just throw it there. Like there's so many people that are ahead of you that they know the answer, that we all can help each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. Anything else? Any other news? What program is everyone doing? Claudine's doing bar. Clarissa's doing bar. Shayna, did you just finish 10 rounds?
Yeah, I finished 10 rounds, and then I never finished 21 Day Fix because it's not my favorite. So I'm not a quitter. So I'm finishing that, and then I'm gonna do Control Freak as soon as I can order it, but I don't know what I'm gonna do in the meantime.
Yeah. Do you know how many days you would have?
No, I haven't mapped it out. I'm just kind of push and play every morning right now, and I'll figure it out later.
So I would look at the number of days and like try and find the day that you want to start Control Freak. What's going to work for you?
Yeah.
I think it's a program like you're going to want the equipment that comes. So it's not
exactly.
one like I started Transform 20 without the step because I could just modify without having it in my, like, I didn't need it to get started. Whereas the slide thing and some of the ball, we're actually going to need them for the program. So I would give, what day coach releases December
7th.
Yeah. So if you order that day in the US, you technically could have it by the 14th.
And that's, yeah, what I was thinking.
Right. So then when is your start date? And then look at how many days you have in between, because there are, like you could easily do an MBF round. You could do like a week of hard labor. You could do
Little Obsessed.
Sean T's ones. You could do a little obsessed, which is like 5 days of an intro to ADD obsession with it, where they're shorter.
Right.
And right. So when I travel, I usually take the loops and the slides, and we'll have a little obsessed with me, because it's just easy to knock that one off.
Yeah, I was thinking of just making it easy and just like starting it end of December, early January. That'd be my like first program I'm doing in the new year, kind of like what you were talking about, just to give it the time to get the rig and then to figure out how to install it in my garage, because I'm not going to install it on a door frame. I'm going to install it on a wall in my garage.
Yeah, me too. So I'm gonna have to figure out the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm aiming for, I think it'll probably be around like the 30th of December that I will start it. And I really liked how she talked, like, I think because it's 9 weeks, and you know, so many of us are doing, like, it was interesting on the team workouts, almost all of us were doing 80-day obsession. And I was like, oh, that's funny. Like, I've never been on with so many people doing the same program at the same time. I think there was some thought that the workouts were actually going to be long. So to hear her talk about like 19 to 30 minutes was like,
I was so happy.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we can all fit that in. Right? So what about you, Michelle? Which program are you doing right now?
The morning meltdown.
That's right.
Yeah. I just finished day 34 this morning.
Wow.
So it feels like people, when they started, it's like day 1, and then all of a sudden it's like,
yeah, time flies.
And they're like, what?
I know, right? So starting September, when I joined, I did the 21-day fix, finished that. And then I did the 21-day fix real time. Yeah. And now I'm starting the morning meltdown.
That's awesome.
Thanks to Clarissa.
Yeah. Yeah, which is thanks to me, because Clarissa only,
because I wasn't sure what to do after the 21-day fix. So
yeah, no, it's an awesome one. It's one of the best, most high energy for sure. And Angie is doing 6 weeks of the work. Circling, what are you doing? I don't know if you can come off right now.
I'm doing 21 days.
21?
I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. Yeah, I really, really do.
Right?
30 minutes, I'm done.
Yes, exactly. And Jericho, oh my gosh, she's amazing.
It's amazing. She's so fun.
She's so pretty. I love her hair, everything about her. Yes.
She's so
I want to do that. Yeah.
Okay. She had a video, like a tutorial on how to do your hair if you have.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, there was like one that came out when Morning Meltdown first launched on how to do your hair if you have.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. So.
And of course, I love the music too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, DJ
it keeps
Jess
me going. Yeah, it keeps me pumping. I see him doing weights sometimes too. It's cute.
Yeah. And
if we can go to Summit, to St. Louis next summer, then you're gonna get to meet like the trainers live. It's so fun. And like last year, yeah, it was last year, right? Angie and I, we went to DJ Jazz because he was there. And then Angie used to be a DJ on the ships back in the day. So she went to talk to him like, oh my goodness, I used to do that.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. So I took pictures for them. Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, I think I'm missing out on that feeling of like going to the live events for sure. It just gives you this extra energy for sure. MJ, what program are you doing?
Well, I had a muscle pull there for a while, so I had to take it off. But and then I did a little bit of size with Sean when I was getting back in. So I'm actually a week into 21-day fix, real time, which I haven't done for a while. And holy crap, it's not easy. So really sore because I hadn't picked up weights for a while, but it feels good. And then my plan is to do 21-day fix. Then I think I'm going to do extreme. Then I'm going to do MBFA, and that's going to lead me into 9-week control free.
Okay.
So, but that hits on the 21st. So I think I might take that week and maybe start with you on the 28th, if that's what you're thinking of doing. Or
yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I don't really want to wait for like
The new year. No, I think it's perfect because then New Year resolutions people, they're gonna be watching. It's like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
But they cannot start with the control freak. Even Autumn said that. They have to start with something.
A beginner program.
Yeah, they have to start with something else. Maybe a 21 day fix. Old school, the old days one, because it's easier.
Well, do you mean the real time one or the original?
No,
one?
the older one. Yeah.
I don't know. I find the real time one because she does back off a little bit the first week, right? And it progresses. I find that actually first week of 21 day fix real time is easier than the original. But then she progresses quickly. So weeks 2 and 3 definitely get harder and harder, right? I did that 7 days, I don't know how many times of that original one. I mean, lots of times.
And for 4 years, for 4 freaking years.
Yeah.
This is what happens at live events too, right?
Yeah.
Joel steals your phone and we were all just taking a picture and Joel came and grabbed my phone to take the picture of us. And we were like, what's going on? What's going on? Right?
Have you guys been watching his Africa trip?
No.
Yeah, I have.
Oh my gosh, they all went to Kenya.
It's not in Africa anymore.
No, he's home, but the rest of them are still there.
But I find it really weird. I don't think the States has a 2-week quarantine when coming back because he came back to Africa. I do watch them. I watch all of them. He came back from Africa and like 2 days later, he went and joined, like, it was just a bunch of girls doing like a team thing and he showed up for it. And I'm like, wait a second. And I'm like, you so did not quarantine yourself for 14 days. That's like 2 days. So I honestly don't think the States has any type of quarantine or maybe it's just because it's Africa. I have no idea. But
it depends where you go, because my kids travel a lot. Their dad lives in Southern California, and I'm an ear hustler. I'm always listening when we're at the airport. So like if you go to Mexico, you're supposed to quarantine, and then depending what country you go out of country, and then there are some state to state. So but it really it just depends where you're coming from and where you're going.
Okay, that makes sense. Here in Canada, I would just think that like you guys don't believe in COVID.
I'm not one. I shouldn't talk about it because I just want to live life. It's a virus. I believe a virus just needs to do what it needs to do and like run its course. I think we've blown it out of proportion, our response to it. So, I mean, if you're sick, stay home. I don't feel good today. I have a lump in my throat. So I really wanted to go to church today and be with my church family, but like I'm staying home. So like, just, I mean, some common sense stuff. If you're sick, stay home. But, I don't know. I have my feelings on it. I believe it's real. I know people who have gotten it. And their wife didn't. I know, one of my clients at work is an EMT, and him and his partner at work handled the same patient, and one of them got it and one of them didn't. And then I was actually around one of them not knowing, and I never got it. So I just have my own views on it.
Now we're in quarantine here for 2 weeks, so we cannot have anyone over. But hopefully it doesn't go like to completely lock down. Yeah. But here the government is really strict.
Yeah, no, it just depends. It really depends state to state and even county to county. Our county sheriff told his deputies that if he fines or anything people for not following the government's mandates, because our governor didn't do the mandates properly, they're actually illegal the way he enforced them, and like people in Washington state are suing him. Our sheriff told his deputies that if they punish anyone for not following mandates, that they will go on a sabbatical.
Wow.
Yeah. So it really depends who you talk to.
Well, I think that's the case for most of us too, though, right?
Absolutely.
Who you're watching, who you see, right? I know people who have had it too, and same thing. I know people that lived in the same house and 2 of them got it and 1 of them didn't, and you're like, okay, well, so yeah.
You think I gave it to you, right, Lloyd? I tell you the story.
Oh, I'm positive I already had it. I'm positive I had it in February when Clarissa came.
I was in Asia.
And I was so sick for the month of February, and my daughter, and nobody else in the house got sick. So.
And I went to Brazil with a mask.
Yeah.
So maybe I carried the virus with me, but I had a mask.
Anyway. Anything else, ladies? Want to go over for today? Are we good?
Actually, one quick thing, Tamara, but and I'm still not good at Instagram, and I'm still not good with, I haven't shared that video of throwing the Energize that you showed at the beginning, which I still want to do, but I don't know how to do it. Like,
so the thing with the video that you have to be really careful with is Christina actually put on music on it that she obviously pays for the rights to use the song. And so when I posted it with her music, it got deleted. So I couldn't leave it on. So you would have to, then what I did is I found some, you can go to YouTube and you can download royalty-free music. Just find a song that you like and you don't have to pay for it or anything. But then I went into InShot and I made the video silent and then added royalty-free music to it. And I posted it 2 ways. I did it as like an IGTV video. So it is in our like video feed there, but then I also broke it up using Cut Story into smaller ones so that I could put it into my stories. So those are the 2 ways that I did it. I can't even. Yeah, that would be my recommendation. You just have to be really careful with the music.
Okay, yeah, because I'm still not familiar with how to do. Sorry, everybody, I'm old. But on Instagram, I know that you showed me last week or something. You can go on Instagram to do almost like a TikTok on Instagram,
yeah,
so that
real.
you're.
But this wouldn't work for Reels because the video itself is like.
Yeah.
A minute, no. 2 minutes long.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I have seen people do Instagram reels like Christina, and they're moving to the music. The music is being played and they're moving to it, as opposed to doing the video and then adding music to it, which you're not looking like you're doing. And that's where I'm not exactly sure, but I know I asked this last week and I haven't done the research yet, so.
You'll get there. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I will. Maybe when I'm 85, 86, I don't know, sometime.
It'll happen.
And talk to a number 1 in the company, right,
yeah, exactly. Margo? And how I made it to number 1 in the company without using Instagram. Yeah. All right, ladies, I'm going to sign off here because I have a call at 10. So okay. Have a good day and we will chat with you soon.
Bye.
Bye, ladies. Thank you.
Bye. Have a great day.
Thank you.